Hey Taurus, this is Moonpie doing your love reading for May 2020 for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Hope that you are all well. Please forgive any technical audio or video issues. I don't know, is Mercury back? What the heck's going on? Okay, so let's get started with your reading. See what the love energies, the love message is for you starting off for the month of May. Okay, so Taurus, love messages for Taurus. Okay, make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Okay, and let's see what else is going on here for you. Taurus. Oh, soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. Wow, Taurus. So, yep, you definitely have somebody here, whomever you're thinking about. If you're in a relationship, current situation, or someone that you have not been in contact with, this or that was your soulmate, and it might be time to make some kind of an effort with this person, or vice versa. Okay, so let's take a look and see what your current energy for May would be, or when you first listen to this reading. Okay, I just want to give this like a real quick shuffle here before, like a real good shuffle. Make the effort. Yes, this is your soulmate. All right, let's take a look. All right, Taurus, you're starting off with the Three of Wands. Okay, there's thinking about making the effort. There's an energy here of like, I'm not sure. I need to rethink this situation. I need to look back on the past. I need to see, talk to myself, have a little self-talk, see if this can go somewhere, if it's worth making the effort with this person. You do feel this is your soulmate, but the Three of Wands basically is like, I put in a lot of effort waiting for your ships to come in, waiting to hear also from somebody, maybe waiting for communication or wondering what this person's doing, where they've been, if you're not in contact with them. Yeah, that kind of energy. What is the challenge? Challenge is the High Priestess. Yeah, the challenge is to not say anything. The challenge is to not reach out. You want to reach out to them. You want to connect with this person. You want to send them a message. You want to communicate with them. You want to ask them where they've been, how they're doing, what's going on. The challenge is to trust your gut, trust your intuition in regards to the situation, because I feel like, yep, the Page of Wands, I do feel like you want to communicate with them. I feel like there's something, I don't know, Taurus, maybe you're questioning yourself if you should or not, because I feel like you know that you shouldn't reach out, because I don't know if this person's ghosted you or they're just not communicating with you, and you're kind of like, it's making you nuts, like it's making you crazy. You may want to communicate with them and say, hey, let's get together, let's go do something, or let's talk. You're feeling enthusiastic, like, but you're basically like, with this High Priestess energy, not really making a move right now. You're trying to check yourself first before you do that. Like, you're thinking to yourself, if I do that, will they respond, or will I be left on red, or will they just not make any effort towards me? Okay. And I feel like if this person has just gone silent on you, you do want them to make the effort. You do want them to communicate, but you're in this with the Three of Wands, like this stagnant energy, you're not sure what to do. You're kind of like conflicted about this. So what's driving this reading in you? It's the Two of Cups. Yeah, you do see a connection. This is your soulmate, and that is that soulmate card. Okay. I just want to, and I also want to say, I feel like this person is definitely thinking about reaching out to you. I am picking up that energy. They're not sure whether or not they should start something up again. Okay. Because, it's not just you. I feel like this person does feel that there was a connection, a good, solid connection between you. But somebody in this connection became a bit like took advantage or kind of became a little lazy. And that's why the make the effort card is here. So let's take a look at the past energy. What was going on in the past? Okay, there was nice communication at one point in the past, but the Page of Cups has a very innocent, in, innocent type of communication about it. There's nothing solid behind the Page of Cups. It's just very sweet. It's pliable. It's genuine. It's sincere. But it seems as if like maybe it never really got off the ground, or when it did get off the ground, then it got back like it didn't work or it just wasn't solid, is how I feel. And in the past, I feel like it started off good. It was in its infancy type of, or you were dealing with someone who was emotionally immature, right? They spent a lot of time perhaps giving you a lot of sweet nothings, perhaps in the past. And I feel like you miss that. And there was some type of connection, but I'm struggling. I'm struggling here. Why was this Page of Cups? And it just seems like that's really all that it kind of was, just friendliness, like a friendly, maybe you sensed the connection before they did. Yeah, the Three of Cups. So they were just kind of in this very flirtatious mode. I don't think, something, I don't feel like your person came to terms with how good the connection really was. I don't think their intention with you was to be serious. I feel like they were probably sending messages like that to not just you, but others. And maybe you knew it or maybe you didn't. I do feel like, though, I feel it's mostly you who felt the connection, and I feel like with them, they you must have pulled back your energy or something, and gave them a reason, like maybe you went quiet or gave them a reason that not to keep continuing to contact you, okay? Because they weren't really taking your connection seriously. Like you took it more seriously than they did, and it doesn't make them a bad person. It's just that they were interested in kind of like playing the field. If they didn't expect to fall in love, they didn't expect to be in a connection like this with you, and they must have just kind of pulled back a little bit, right? And I'm not going to go down the road if they got scared, because I don't think that that's the case. I just feel like their intention with you really was in the past not to get into anything serious, but it kind of like so much communication. Some of you had a long distance thing and just so much communication, it kind of rolled that way. So what is crowning you is the Tower. So your thought process is, I'm done with this. You must have, I feel like some of you just, or will be in the month of May, just like crushing this, putting an end to it, destroying it, because it wasn't really built on anything solid. And so you're just kind of like with that Tower energy, like, nope. If I don't feel like you're being like harsh, but I do feel like you're just in this mindset of like, this can't continue on. It's not based on anything solid, and you're not really sure what to do. You do want to reach out to see if maybe anything has changed, but at the same time, and I think they do too, to see where your mindset is. If you guys are not communicating right now, I think they do too, but it's like, who's going to go first? That's what I kind of feel like. Who's going to make the first move? Tower. Yeah. 7 of Wands. Okay. This is defensive energy. And this is in your mindset. Like, this thing just is falling apart because there's blocking happening here. And maybe you've decided to just block them or just disappear or go off the radar and not, like, you're struggling. You're definitely struggling with whether or not you should reach out, and vice versa. Let's see what happens here going into the near future. Okay, the 6 of Wands. So you definitely get yourself into a good place. I mean, it's a win-win for you. I feel like you make a decision going forward here or you already have, or you just kind of follow through, that you want to stay in this place of victory for yourself. Um, I think you're thinking about in May. I don't think you're doubting yourself, but it feels like you're thinking about this situation and how it really, even though you felt the connection, maybe it only went to friendship, or maybe it was just a friends with benefits kind of thing. And you're kind of in this place where, that's not where my victory's at. So you go forward seeking that victory situation within your own life. And that has to do with the 10 of Cups, right? So this is about going after what it is you want, that fulfillment, that emotional celebration, contentment. This is like your wish, going after your wishes. What's your advice, Taurus? What is your advice? Okay, justice. Do what's right for you. This is your advice is to do the right thing. Do what's best for you. Be fair, but seek truth. Okay. If you need to, go ahead and do a legal matter, as far as like if you feel like maybe it's time for divorce, then that might be something that you need to consider at this point, especially if your person just is blowing you off. I mean, that's terrible if you're in a marriage and somebody's doing that. But if they were, cheating in the past, or just, going behind your back and things like that, well, I mean, I don't really feel like you're in the place to devalue yourself and tell them, oh, I forgive you and I forget it. I feel like it hurt you deeply if that happened to some of you, whether you're married or just in a relationship. The Justice card here is telling you to do what's right and just, and put an end to this struggle in your head, in your heart, in your life. Put an end to this struggle. Now let's take a look and see what's external to you and possibly their energy. Okay. They have the the 5 of Swords and the 9 of Pentacles. Yeah. This person, the 5 of Swords, not a good card to have. This feels to me like they're going to try to strong arm you. They don't want you to be single. They don't want you to be in your glory, or in your, moving on and finding your happiness. I feel like you're dealing with someone who may have been kind of a heartbreaker, you know? They just go from relationship to relationship and they go after like what's best for them. You see how he walks away with the 3 swords? That's a heartbreaker. This person is a heartbreaker. And whether they do it intentionally or not, it seems to me like they're pretty much about themselves, or they, at least that's their energy now. Um, they will not, it feels to me like they won't allow themselves to get their heart broken. That's probably why they keep things really light and casual with others. Um, this person, it feels to me like they also, their intention is to stay single and to keep living that lifestyle. And I think you know it. And I don't really think you want this person back. I feel like you just kind of like, you want to talk to them and see if there's anything would change, or if they've like come to their senses. But I feel like, deep within, reaching out to them and making the effort on your side isn't going to serve any purpose, because that really just kind of gives them the message that you're okay with whatever they bring to you. I feel like the effort needs to be made on their side. And your thought process is, yes, we are soulmates, but you have to put in the energy, you have to put in the effort and show me, right? Show me that you want to make this work, not just tell me. And I do feel like they're going to try to come in with some words and stuff like that, or tell you that they don't want to be single, but I don't feel like that really is their place or their energy, right? It's just a matter of like them really not learning their lesson in some way, and you needing to stay quiet and just kind of stay out of the path of this person until they get the opportunity for growth. Okay. So your hopes and wishes. Okay. 4 of Pentacles. Well, You do hope that they will not let go. You do hope but in a healthy way. Um, but you're also like I feel like you're wishing for that, but you're hoping that they will like you'll be able to just keep the door locked because I feel like this is hard for you because there was a connection that was made here between the two of you and it had elements of healing and it did feel good. Um, you might want to try to stay friendly with them and hope that they understand it, but there's a little bit of like feeling conflicted. Okay. But I do feel like you do have love coming in. You do have an opportunity here. Um, for a happy marriage or relationship. And I don't really feel like it's with this person. This soulmate struggle love is very difficult for you to continue on in. You want to just kind of fix it, right? In some way for like you want to show them how they can fix it. But it feels more like you don't want to be the one to reach out and say, hey, this is what you have to do. You want them to like seek that seek that energy where they get to this place of like, what do I have to do? Like they ask you, right? And I don't feel like this person's really asking, you know. They'll make an effort, but it would just be I'm worried that they would be angry because the 5 of Swords can be a card of anger and abuse or trying to one up everyone, you know, not caring how other people feel. So I feel like you just kind of have to be careful of their intentions. Now, what's the outcome? Okay, King of Pentacles. All right. So, King of Pentacles is earth energy, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. This is definitely you being putting yourself first. However, you could be I'm not seeing reconciliation here, so I don't feel like this is your person really coming back to reconcile and make things right. This could be somebody new, but let's clarify. Okay. All right. There is communication coming from a King of Pentacles. Okay. This is truthful communication. This is communication about having victory and overcoming obstacles. I like I said, I don't feel like it's reconciliation, but it is possible that they will come with some truth, but the victory might be theirs rather than yours. Okay. Um, so you might just want to, yeah, you know, lay low for a little bit in the month of May. I feel like everyone is kind of laying low after what we've all been through, and May might be a time when the doors begin opening again. Yeah, 7 of Swords. Okay, so there's that sneaky energy. That's what I was saying. This could be your person. It doesn't have to be an earth sign. You're putting yourself first, but this could be your person. Again, like I said, coming in with like truthful communication, but the victory is for them. So there's a sneakiness behind that. Behind that, um, you know that this is your soulmate, but the way they've treated you, um, it's not always. Listen, there's a soul tie here. I'll say that. It doesn't always mean that it's good. It doesn't always mean that it's a healthy connection. There is something in regard to this connection that induces growth. It doesn't always feel good. And it doesn't necessarily mean that just because this is your soulmate, if they treat you bad, you should still accept them as your soulmate. And I don't think you're really that person who would do that as a Taurus. But I do feel like there's some type of growth or learning thing that you're going through in May or that you're coming out of or you've been learning about. Look, the soulmate card came out again. Your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this, and they will manifest physically. See, it's not that I'm contradicting myself because I do feel like this is a soulmate energy, but I don't know 100% that this is the soulmate for you. You know, we have many soulmates in our lives, and a lot of the times, these soulmates we have in our lives are put on into our lives as to teach us things about ourselves and about what we want and we don't want. Deep in your heart, you already know the answer. So do what feels right. which is, do what's right for you with the Justice card. This is a struggle that you need to get yourself out of, obviously. Deep inside what feels right. And this might, let's just call it what it is. I mean, this soulmate connection might just be something that you needed to learn, some type of lesson in order to come into alignment with your true love going forward. And I feel like you already know that's what you want and what you need to have. Okay. And I feel like that energy will come forward for you. But this struggle here, it might just represent making the effort to understand what you've been dealing with and where the silver lining is in this connection and what you can bring, what you've learned, what the lesson is that you can bring into the next connection that you have with someone, Taurus. Not every relationship is a failure. There can be a silver lining. And just because something doesn't work out or hasn't worked out, it doesn't mean that we are failures. It just means, well, I got to take the L. It's a loss, but there's a gain to it as well. And what have I learned? And what can I bring into the next connection? And where now do I have to place my boundaries with particular people, and especially this person in particular? I know that this reading sounds kind of negative, but it's actually not, because I feel growth here for you, extreme growth. So I'm going to leave your reading there. I hope that you are able to take away something from this reading and it helps you. And I will see you guys very soon. Be blessed, stay safe, and I will talk to you later. Bye.